We want to welcome you to the Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions and messages can be raw, real, and at times very uncomfortable and even controversial. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to take notes, leave comments, and when possible, always share what you hear. And now here are your hosts, Pastor Selo and Pastor Mia.
Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday.
Good morning. How's it going? Justin, Mike, getting stuff looking right.
My hair go like. I got electrocuted by the mic, dude.
Oh wow,
it was awesome.
Okay.
Or it must have been my electric personality.
That's what it was. You need some bounce.
Ooh, I was like, I have bounce, but look at my sweater. So awesome. It has become my favorite sweater.
Chips and hot salsa.
Chips and salsa diet.
Got you.
Diet. I meant, if you hadn't seen our Instagram and you hadn't seen our Facebook page, you can go and check it out.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's all about the salsa.
So
right
just to recap a couple of episodes ago where I shut her down because her feelings she got her feelings hurt and all that. That was why is because of the Instagram post on our Riverside pages, I should say.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now if you don't know what that is, then go back and look and you'll see. But I just told her to kind of keep that under her under wraps and under her belt until everything was official.
Until the drum roll.
And so there you go. So now you have it. So if you hadn't tried her Miss Mia's or Mama Mia's or Pastor Mia's, if you haven't tried Mia's Heavenly Hot Sauce, if she's taking orders, go like the page so you can keep up because she's about to blow up.
I'm on the come up, as my daughter would say.
So anyway, there you go. Ta-da!
Updated. Status has been updated. Anyway, so what was I going to say? Yeah. So since Christmas is coming up, I thought that we would talk about something. And it's really funny because I should have done it at Thanksgiving and I didn't. But maybe I should save it for New Year's because everybody's like, New Year, new me, bro. You know?
Yeah, and it could be summertime and you could be listening to this and you'd be like, it's new me, new year, summertime, bro.
Yeah, bod. What do they call that? Summer bod?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember the name of it.
I'm not current with all the
lingo,
news, with all the current.
The lingo.
Well, it's tough for me because I can't. It's hard for me to stay up to date with the new fads and crazes and and what's trending and what's not trending and what's in and what's not in. Because for me, I've always been a trendsetter, so I don't really keep up with everybody else is doing.
Whoa, stay in your lane, bro.
I just know I am, and that's why I know what I'm doing, and everybody gets in line after. So I don't keep up with everybody else is doing. They're trying to keep up with me.
I don't know if y'all can see his hair, but I don't want to keep up with that.
I got my own following crew, man. Yep.
It doesn't even.
I woke up like this.
Oh, whoa. Seriously, you did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so what we're talking about again?
So today we're going to talk about something that everybody can equate with. And I don't know, there was like 3 topics that I want to do all in one. And I was just like, I don't have enough time in the world. But so we went to this Christmas party and they took pictures. And I got to see this picture. And after the picture, I was like, God, I'm fat. And so, see? Everyone else is laughing.
I'm laughing because I woke up like that. I wake up like that. Like that's just how I woke up. This is me.
I'm just saying.
And I'm like, bro,
I am like, reality bites, man, because I just was like, I've been so caught up in this whole chip starter thing and, just focused and praying and trying not to be so anxious about it. And that I forgot about salsa orders. I forgot about, I didn't forget about it. I just put everything on the back burner. And it's so funny because, I bought this dress just to wear to this Christmas party, and they took a picture, and I saw it, and I'm like, yeah. And I'm going, no one told me that I looked pregnant in this picture, in this dress. And I'm like, what kind of friends are you that no one would tell you look pregnant? And I went on stage like that and was just like fat, and you could see my cankles. It was horrible. I was like, I'm ashamed. So,
and then everybody that knows her is going,
you're not fat.
Shut up, you're not fat.
Okay, first of all, when you go from 110 or 115 or even 120 to 150 to 170, that's fat. And when your jeans...
That's heavy.
Oh, heavy. That's heavy. Okay. So when you go to try to put your jeans on and they don't go up and you're trying to figure out what happened, they shrunk in the dryer, yeah. Anyway.
I can totally relate to that.
Can you now?
100%.
So
I mean, I've gained so much weight, my sheets won't fit. I roll over and I run out of sheet.
That is hilarious.
Tried to dry myself off with a towel, and I thought it was a small washcloth, and it wasn't. It was an actual full-size towel.
Listen, Linda, we just need to go back to eating right. And honestly, let me tell you what happened.
I don't make a mess at all. I spill hardly any.
That's not true. Your shirts are
I had
covered in
No, I had
stains.
one episode.
No.
One
No.
episode.
No.
I had a bad night. I spilled hot chocolate. I had spilled hot chocolate on me, and then it was spilled on my shirt, and I was like, oh my gosh! And then I went to go eat, and I spilled some sauce. I was like, or ketchup, or I can't remember. I was having a really bad night. Like it looked like I was a toddler eating breakfast or lunch or dinner. It was really bad.
Day.
Anyway, so we're talking about your dress in this picture.
Oh,
yeah,
let's point it all back
let's get back.
at me.
Let's get this off of focus off of me.
What I was going to say was there was this song that my sister used to sing, and that's why I was like, maybe we should have done this podcast for Thanksgiving, even though we were being thankful then. Now we're talking about Christmas, talking about being fat.
Thankful.
I'm so thankful and thankful. I mean, but it's funny. So I'm going to sing it because it's really funny. But it's like,
here we go.
Oh, it is Christmas. It is a Christmas song. So this works perfectly. It says, Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's hat. If you have no penny, a half a penny of due. If you have no half a penny, then God bless you.
Okay. So what does that have to do with
the goose is getting fat?
Oh,
catch up!
I know. I'm just
this whole episode is about being fat.
Being fat. I call that blessed.
Not PHAT, but FAT.
My ministry is expanding.
I've heard that before.
It's reaching all the other parts of my clothes.
Yeah, it's expanding. Yeah.
Had to let my belt out. It expanded so much.
Well, let me just say this.
Two clicks.
I think for me, it happened when I got my gallbladder out. I was telling somebody the other day, I got my gallbladder out, and all of a sudden my buddy was like, hey, we're healthy. Let's just eat everything that we see. I wake up hungry. I go to bed hungry. I'm hungry more than every 2 hours, I swear.
You're actually eating full dishes now.
Thank you. I know. I don't even share anymore.
I know.
Guys, I meant...
It's been agony.
You're like, she didn't share with that. Even today, was it today? With the other day when you got me the hot dog and you're eating my onion rings, I'm like, those are my onion rings. Not that I didn't want to share. It's just I was being fat.
So we're talking about gluttony.
Okay. If that's what the Bible calls it. No.
The Lord is prospering me.
Let's just talk about it this way. Gluttony is where you're eating and eating and eating and eating.
Oh, okay.
I'm not eating and eating and eating and eating. I'm eating more portions.
Whatever helps you comprehend and go to sleep at night. We're good.
So
we're good, right, guys?
Yeah, but I can't sleep. That's the problem. And I've noticed that I eat more than I did before. Like I would have a stopping point and I'd stop. And now I'm just like, oh, look.
You give it into the flesh.
Yeah.
Or you controlling your flesh.
No. No, I'm not controlling it.
I mean, I make my flesh. I make my flesh eat. Like my flesh is like, you're full, and I'm like, I don't care.
Horrible.
I'm led by the Spirit of
That's
God,
gluttony,
and
brother.
my spirit
That's gluttony.
controls my flesh.
Nope.
And so you will eat this cookie, this brownie.
That's gluttony.
You're gonna eat it all,
No.
and the shake.
No. We need to go back to
With
what
some
we were
wings.
doing before. We need to go back to eating plant-based diet. And I have to tell you guys, we were plant-based for a year. We had cut out red meat. We had cut out chicken. Or did we? Yeah. Yeah, we had gone plant-based for a year. And we went to Denver. And we were there for like 3 days. No, we didn't go there for the drugs. And
It wasn't the drugs; it was marijuana.
we didn't go
And
there
it's
for
not.
that
It's not
either.
considered drugs in Denver and Colorado.
We didn't
Anyway,
go there
that's
for
not why we
that.
went. But
No. But while we were there, on our way, the last day...
is this a repentance session? Confess
Yeah,
our
yeah,
sins,
yeah.
confessing
Confess
our
our
sins to one another.
Father, forgive me for I've sinned. But no, we actually were getting ready to fly out. And next to the place where we were staying on the very next street over was, I guess, it was a famous hot dog, something.
I don't know what it was.
And I said, babe,
I thought it was heaven, but it looked like hell. Smelled great, but
I-
it looked like, oh God.
I said, babe, I really want a hot dog. He was like, are you sure? We have like 12 hours before our flight. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. He was like, we haven't eaten meat for a year. I'm like, I know, but it smells so good. So we went over and we ate a hot dog and we looked at each other and we came back home and we are no longer plant-based.
Well, we ate one hot dog,
Yeah, but
and then we went and had a second.
No, we didn't
Couldn't
have a
have.
second
I
one.
thought I thought we split one.
Did we? Oh, yeah,
I
you're
think we
right.
did.
You're right.
I may be wrong. It's hard to tell. It's all a blur.
And it has
But this
been
place
a-
they only sold hot dogs. They didn't
Yeah,
sell nothing else.
Nothing
And like
else.
every kind of hot dog you could possibly think of.
Right.
In any way you
Except
could make
for
a hot
vegan.
dog. Yeah.
Or except for plant-based.
But yeah, it was really good. Hot
Anyway,
dog.
we've been
It's really
thinking
good.
about it, but we were just talking
Should go
about
back
it
to Denver, get a hot
the
dog.
other day
It's
about
really,
being,
really good.
or the other day when I saw the picture in the dress, and we were talking about how
Hot dog
we
was
don't
really
want to be
good.
fat anymore.
Sonoran hot dogs are good.
Oh, the Sonorans are really good.
Yeah, the Sonoran hot dogs.
Yeah. Mhm.
In Arizona. Man, if you hadn't had a Sonoran hot dog.
See, that's fat.
That's-
Talking about food all
wow.
the time.
Well, you brought it up, so I'm just.
I'm just talking
Oh.
about fitting in my clothes, and I was trying to equate that to New Year.
Oh,
and me.
yeah, New Year, New Year. Okay, so we're talking about chips and salsa and eating hot dogs.
We're not even talking about chips and
Oh.
salsa.
What time are we going to be done?
Why?
Go
Do
get
you
some
want to go
breakfast.
eat?
Get some breakfast.
Again, that's fat. But I just wanted to say that, you know, the new year is coming up and people are talking about, oh, I'm so fat, I don't fit in my clothes, I need to lose weight. And it's so funny because I really never thought about it until now. Now that I'm healthy, now I'm really healthy. And I just thought it was so funny because I saw that video of me and I was like, look at those cankles. God, that's a fat foot. And then I was like, oh, I look pregnant in that dress. And I'm like, that's a shame. I need a new year, new me.
So the way you get a new year, you get a
New
new
year, new me.
The way you get a new you in the new year.
Yes, tell
in
me.
the new year, is you got to start off with this one thing. You got to figure out that one simple thing that you can do to increase your goals. So a lot of times when we try to take on and we try to go to the gym, and that's too much. We try to go for a walk or exercise, and that's too much. And we try to stop eating X foods and this foods and that foods, and that's too much. Just try to focus on like one thing. Like it could be anything, but just
So it doesn't have to be weight.
yeah, it don't have to necessarily just
Well,
be
for
in
me, it's
weight.
gonna
But
be
well, I
weight.
mean, for if you're talking about weight, yes. But a lot of times we get bogged down and discouraged because we're trying to do 15 things, and we can't hardly even accomplish just doing one thing. And so I think if we can just focus on our one thing that we're supposed to do or that we're trying to do, then you can gain more ground than trying to lose weight and eat right and like just if it just means cutting your portions down, then just try to cut your portions down. If it means
Well, what do you do if you're starving?
you just starve, drink water,
No.
you know, like.
No.
But yeah, I mean, for some of us, it means just might be drinking water. I'm not going to say any names or anything, but you know, but a lot of times we want to start the new year off. We want to start the new semester off. We want to start the new summer off, or fall, or spring, or like whatever it is, and we do that. But we have this list of things that we're trying to do.
The 16 things?
Yeah, and so
yeah.
it's just a matter of just doing one thing,
One.
you know.
I think you have an alarm on your phone that says that.
That's what it does.
Your
one thing every day. Just do one. Just you can just do that one thing, then you'll begin to see progress. It's when we try to do 50 million things and like you don't get anything done. And because it's one thing to be frustrated and get upset because you have this 25 things that you're trying to do and you don't get none of them done. It's a little bit more comprehensible if you can just do one thing and you don't feel so bad because that was the only thing that you had to do. And so you're like, well, I messed that one up, start tomorrow, And so, I always tell people like, I tell our congregation, I've said before, is like, me going to the gym or exercising is just getting some new tennis shoes to exercise in, like, start wearing them, breaking them in, before I even actually start working out. And then, as you wear them, you're like, okay, well, they fit good. Now let me go for a walk. Let me exercise. Let me run stairs, like whatever it is. And so you actually begin to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish by just doing that one little bitty thing instead of trying to do a whole bunch. Because a lot of times that's where we get overwhelmed, is we're trying to do all these things and we don't get anything done. That's my 30 cents.
Kind of like our shopping, Christmas shopping, because everybody's trying to cram it all in at one. And I love what my daughter says. Christmas is the same time every year. It's not a surprise. It doesn't come out and go, ta-da. You just don't plan.
There you go.
And so I didn't plan to be I didn't plan to be fat.
My goal this year
is to get fat.
Is to put on about 25 pounds.
And to have I always like to say my muffin top turned into a jelly roll.
All righty.
Oh, no, my muffin top turned into a pumpkin roll.
I don't know. Been walking around this keg for about 6 months, 7 years.
Somebody better put a tap on that keg.
For real.
I'm just
I
saying.
bumped into the wall and I thought it was somebody else. It was just me.
I told somebody the other day because, my hips grow when I grow and I couldn't get by. And I said, I'm sorry. Listen. Oh, they were eating bread or something. And I said, or butter. Maybe it was
That's
butter.
my kryptonite.
I know, right? And this is what I said to them. I said, they were like, man, Mama Mia, I wish I was your size. And I'm like, keep eating that butter. You're going to look just like this. Butterball. Butterlicious. I'm just saying. But I did want to give the definition.
The sun was coming up today when I was walking. My shadow got there, weighed 15 pounds more than I did before I got there. I was like, now I got to lose some weight. It was heavy.
Horrible. Your shadow was like, dang. No, I'm just kidding. So I did want to read this. This is Urban Dictionary's description of the other fat. PHAT. It's cool and it's pretty hot. So we must be PHAT. We're pretty hot and we're pretty cool.
So I tried to tell you, I woke up like this. Rolled over and be like, hey.
I'm sorry. It's just really funny. But I just wanted to say, I wanted to talk about it for a minute because I know everybody's starting to get into that and everybody's going to start talking about, man, I'm fat. I want to lose some weight for the coming year. I want a new year, new me. I'm totally going to do it. And I don't want people to be overwhelmed like me. And if you're anything like me, it just happens overnight and you're like, bam. And you're like, what happened? I didn't even know I had cankles. I didn't even know I had a beer belly. Didn't even know I had a long ha. I meant.
What's a long ha? It's long, huh?
I'm just saying that I didn't realize how big or how much weight I have gained since I've been healthy.
My grandkids wanted some change the other day. All I had was $1, so I sat down and gave them 4 quarters.
Oh, whatever. Whatever. I'm done with you. This is
rolled over and turned a quarter into 15 cents.
Into 15 cents.
Yeah. I lost a dime somewhere.
Oh, my God. You took it way back to high school when everybody's tapping on each other. Anyway.
Heavy.
Heavy D. I just wanted to talk about it for a minute because it just made me think about it. And I think I've been saying it all week. Man, I'm fat. Man, I was fat in that picture. Why didn't anybody tell me how fat I was? Again, it's just like Christmas. It's not a surprise. If you eat, it happens. If you're enjoying food, it happens. And I'm not saying not to enjoy food. And I'm not saying, what?
I'm just laughing.
That I'm so passionate about this, or are you laughing at your own jokes?
I'm laughing at you and how passionate you are. It's like, I'm not saying don't eat. Eat. But if you eat, you might get a cankle.
But I'm just saying.
It might look like this.
Yeah. I woke up like this.
Suck it
Pa-da!
in. Suck it in.
Yeah. But I'm just saying it's not a surprise. And gluttony does become us if we keep eating. And I love what Lisa Bevere calls it. She calls it a food baby. I gotta lose this food baby. Because it's like a little baby, you know? I
must got twins or quadruplets, boy. Food baby.
Triplets.
I got a family in his mug.
Let that little family out.
Meow. Having puppies or something.
A litter.
I got a litter going on here. That's probably why I'm hungry all the time.
Can I finish? Hey, guys, this must really be touching him because
it is. I look. She was saying how she looked. She looked fat in the picture, and I'm like, that's my life. Somebody says, let's take a selfie. I'm like, why?
Can we do it from here up? From here up.
Suck it in.
But I can see it in my face too. And I'm like, no one told me how chunky I was. What's happening? I mean, I don't have a scale at home, so it's not like I got on one.
I used to, but it took off running.
Get off me, boy.
They said this scale is not for freight.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I just wanted to have a little fun with that. And I wanted everybody to be aware that gaining weight is the same as Christmas. It's not like it happened overnight. It takes time to
12 months to get to that place.
No, not even 12 months. It can happen overnight. You just have to worry about not being gluttonous, and you have to watch what you're eating. What happened to your keto light diet?
Oh, that checked out a long time ago. That checked out a long time ago. And Mug was like, holla. I was doing real good too.
Where
I was killing it, sure was. I was holding it down.
So you're going to have a new year, new me?
I don't need a new me. I just need a new year.
What are you going to do in the new year?
Be the same me.
Oh, Lord. Then don't complain that your pants don't
I'm gonna
fit.
I'm going to expand my ministry.
And that your sheets got smaller.
No, so when they start getting tight, I'll be like, oh, my goodness. Suck it in. I hope you don't knock somebody out when the milk comes off.
Listen, it's funny because I tell everybody at the table that you come to visit me at the restaurant. You come and visit us. You were visiting us every week. And I'm like, if my husband keeps coming in here every week, he finna roll out in a month. So...
That's sorry.
I'm just saying, bro.
That was funny, though.
I'm just saying. I have to tell our guests that because they will eat. They'll buy one of everything off the menu. And I'm like, do you realize how much food that is? And when they eat it all, I'm like.
That's when I know I'm doing bad is when I hurt. When you hurt, you see too much.
Why can't you stop before you hurt?
Man, I don't know, man. It's a lack of self-control.
So that's what this podcast was supposed to be about.
Self-control. Yeah, it is. It's lack of discipline, lack of self-control. I mean, I can do all things through Christ except for stop eating. It's agony.
You're torturing yourself.
Torturing myself.
You will eat this
For
last
real.
donut. Just kidding.
So all together, guys, we're going to cut back on our eating, eat better, eat less, and exercise more.
And work,
not.
And work on one thing for
work on one thing.
Yeah. So do your one thing. And if that is you working on your weight, then do that one thing. Don't add 52 things.
Just try to save a penny a day.
That's if it's their one thing. You may not be dealing with being fat. I am. You may not be dealing with saving money. That may be easy for you.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is, do your one thing.
We're going to call this the big podcast.
The big podcast. Call it the fat podcast. PHAT. Pool.
The heavy podcast.
The heavy. Call it the heavy. The big heavy. There we go. All right. So do your one thing and work on yourself on that one thing. If that's you losing weight, if that's you learning to shut your mouth, if that's you learning to save some money, if that's you cleaning your house, if that's you...
Instead of doing 4 bowls of cereal, just do one.
Oh, Lord.
Half a bowl.
Are you talking to yourself?
I am, man, because I don't know
how
to...
You will tear up some cereal.
I killed 2 boxes the other day.
I don't even want to know about it.
Well, it took me 3 days to do...
You are the real serial killer.
It took me 3 days to do it. 3 evenings. But I did 2 boxes. I think 3
All
boxes.
I know,
I don't know.
is he's miserable. If he's miserable, if I see him eating, I don't tell him anything, but I know he's going to be miserable when he's asleep. And I'm like, not my body. I tried to help you. Self-control. It's one of the fruits of the Spirit.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Do your one thing that before the year comes. Write down your one thing and do your one thing. Only the one thing. Not that I'm not saying you can't make a goal sheet and do all these things, but when you write,
focus on one.
Yeah, just focus on one, because when you write them all down and you try to do these things, it becomes overwhelming. Do your one thing. So keep watching the podcast. Let's see how much weight I lose, because I did ask for the mirror.
How am I looking?
I said,
you should see a dramatic change in our appearance over the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Dramatic?
Yeah. We're going to go from looking like this to looking another way. Yeah.
I doubt it. Anyway, I'm going to work on I'm going to do me.
Do you, girl.
Do you.
All
right.
Cereal. Here we come.
Boo-boo. All right.
Let's go get some breakfast. Talk to you guys later. Holla at you. Peace out, homies.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.